stream. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to actually be categorizing all the different versions of Minecraft. Today is the 6th of August. Let's get the info command up to date. Tier ranking all Minecraft versions from, let's see, 4, 8, 16, okay. Must be from 1.0 to 1.17. As requested by a viewer. Awesome. Okay, so the info command is up to date. Let's send out announcements. Hey, GFGG, thanks so much for the host. Hey, Almond Tech. How goes it? Just getting the stream set up currently. The info command is up to date. Here, all Minecraft versions. Looks good. Okay, send out the announcement on YouTube. Make sure you guys are following me with the bell notification turned on my YouTube channel. I did upload a new video today, if you guys haven't seen already. Shows some kind of unknown tricks that you can do with amethyst. Okay, send out the tweet. Yeah, I got a YouTube, Discord. We are trying to reach 7,000 members on the Discord. you haven't already, click that link. I really appreciate that. I do have Twitter for those people who enjoy it. Reddit, Patreon, which where I give rewards, and PayPal is for donations. So I sent out the announcements. Okay, who y'all got in the chat? We got Valoops. Hey, how you doing there, Valoop? Valoop plays. Can we get a shout out for Valoop? Says hello. Wait, hello, Ray. We also got IDK. We got No HF. We got Vision in the chat. SRA. Luj. Jim's in the chat. Ordinary. Tap. Zeus. Doom. One of our moderators here on the live streams. We got Eam. Peppy. Pep says, do you watch Pokemon? I used to watch a little bit of Pokemon. Mostly my cousins were into it, so that's kind of how I knew about Pokemon through them. SRA says, nice video. Would like to, do you see more of this stuff on my channel? Okay, that's awesome to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason the video I just uploaded today got less views than normally did. I don't know if it's because the people are going to school. It's hard to say. Valoop says, I'm doing great, man. Hey, good to hear. How has your world been going? You got some amazing builds on there. If you guys don't know, there's a shout out to Valoop. He has amazing Minecraft builds. He streams here on Twitch. Check him out. How's your builds been going? He's asked, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I was hoping people would enjoy my video that I uploaded today a little bit more, but that's the beast of YouTube. YouTube doesn't always share videos with other people. What have you been working on recently, Vloop? Looks like you've been doing Skyblock, working on some Nebula builds. Awesome, see. How are you liking Skyblock? How's your builds coming along? I can turn this off so you guys can see what we're currently against. No problem, Bloop. Rans is in the chat. Alchemy says, Ray stream. Yes, I am streaming. We're doing something a little bit different today. I love mixing it up. Parents won't let you play GTA. I only played a little bit of that. Hey, Christopher Wilder, another one of our great stream moderators. Thanks for the biddy from Dane. He says, got some bits left, so here you go, Mr. Gordy Man. Thank you. Gordy would appreciate that. Look at the Gordys in the chat. We got Rubik's in the chat. Bloop says, Skyblock on weekends and survival on weekdays. See, no, that's good to have a schedule. I think that really helps out, as people know what's going on. I need to get back into my schedule. Perhaps I don't understand technical Minecraft. That's something you kind of pick up over time. Play other games? Not really. Mostly just play Minecraft. There are so many good versions. Yes, we will get into this. Let me catch up with chat. Vision says, I really liked the new video, but maybe people watch more farm videos because they will probably build it. Well, you know, actually my farm videos are not that watched. So typically videos I do about kind of like niche tricks or niche kind of hidden secrets, those videos are usually more enjoyed typically on my channel. We'll see if it picks up. You know, maybe it was a thumbnail. Could be a lot of things. Zeus says, by the way, Ray, does the cured villager, a zombie villager you built still work? It should. You might need to tweak a little bit. I heard people said that their rail system needed a little bit more pushing. Added some more power there. Dan coming in with another base. They lost to his hardcore world because of a hoglin. Ooh. Awesome. Welcome in, everybody. Let's get started. So, I was asked by a viewer to categorize Minecraft versions on a tier list. Don't know how this is going to go. Let's see. Can I make it big? That affect anything? Maybe like that. Okay. I actually really don't know how this tier thing works, but I think the top is the best, right? Because like A plus, then S is probably like superb or something. I really don't know how this tier thing works. I've seen like a couple of videos people doing this in general. The tier list be posted so we can have a go. This is given to me by somebody. I guess I could give the link. He gave it to me, asked me to do it, as well as some other content creators. So I'll ask him to see if I can give out the link. But, you know, it's pretty simple. Just all the versions 1 through 17. Now, actually, we might need to pull up the Wikipedia to remind us what all happens in these versions. Let's look at version. Was those called versions? Oh yeah. Java. Okay. So we're going to use this as kind of a reminder of what versions do what. So there's 1 to 18. We really don't know what's in 1 to 18, so I think it just has 17 years. We got 8 on top, 8 here, be 16, 17, 18. So it's version 1. Well, there might be an extra version in there. Does it say what these versions are? We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Well, let's figure out which one is version 1. The venture update. Click on it and see what it all offers. S is best, F is worst. Okay, I can't figure that. S is super, okay. Higher the better. Thanks for helping me, guys. Which it gave us potions. Potions or pistons. Oh, pistons was it later? It might have been right before 1.0. I think it might have been beta. I don't know which one of these is the which one's the first one? Okay, this is 1.3, 2. Oh, here's 1.1. What is this one? They're probably in order. Maybe I messed them up when I moved them. That's probably what happened. That's okay. The 1.1. Oh, 1.0. Okay, yeah. So we're starting from, it's gonna go from 0 to 16 or 0 to 17, which would give us 18 different ones to work with. Okay, that is good to know. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is 15, 16, 17. Okay, so this must be the very first version. This is 1.0. It's not the first version of Minecraft, but the first one that he has on the list. Also, grade 1 of 14 was the best. Oh, I don't know. I disagree with that. Pistons were added in beta 1.7. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Why does it keep hopping? Yeah, let me catch with chat again. This one's 1.0. Okay. 1.10. Okay, everybody's giving their opinion on stuff already. Awesome. Perfect. So we are ready to give it a go. So we're currently looking at the very first full release version. This came with Enderman, Silverfish. This was kind of like the End Dimension one when they introduced End Dimension. So that was something a little bit different. Whole new dimension, and it was a very short period between the Nether being added and the End being added. So it's like you have the overworld for quite a while, then you get the Nether, which is a new dimension. Also, you get the End dimension. You know what? We haven't seen a new dimension in all this time either, which is crazy. So we get the Enderman, the Silverfish, the Cave Spiders. We must have also got Stronghold, or not. We got Strongholds, plus we also got what's the name? Mine shafts. And then we get the new blocks for the Stronghold. Slabs, bricks, fence gates. Fence gates are a pretty big deal. Probably the biggest thing I remember was they re-added in creative mode, which made it a lot easier to test stuff. Before that, you'd have to use different mods in order to test stuff. So I feel like that might have been one of the biggest changes. Obviously, the dragon, that was a pretty big thing. Generation structures, they got villages, strongholds, mine shafts. Yeah, they're adding more stuff. I don't think villages had any real uses back then. They actually did quite a bit during this version. Rivers, biomes, swamps, they got snow taigas. They also changed combat. You had charge bows, you could just hold them down to shoot them. Also, this is when they came out with the food system. So this is when hunger was added. Food meters. That was a pretty big deal. Also came with new seeds, achievements, mob changes. Made some small changes to mobs. Shears can now collect tall grass. Okay, and then here's some minor changes. Okay, so I think we got a pretty idea what 1.0 1. Supposed to be 1.0, but let's see, what is it? So the Venture update actually consists of 2. Though it consists was implemented in beta 1.8 and 1.0. Okay. What if I click on 1.0? Is it just going to show? Maybe this would be more accurate. Okay, is it back now? This is reconnecting. Yay, back. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We got all of the end dimension stuff. Everything that's needed. This looks like they also came in with potions. Is this when brewing stands? Is this when the majority of potion stuff was added? Looks like it could be. Music disc. 9 new music discs. Okay, there was music disc before this. These are more of them. Okay, potions. Yeah, this was kind of the time. I didn't play this version very much because I didn't actually enjoy potions. I thought potions were kind of modded. That's why my single player world hasn't updated to this version yet. Still in 1.6. But yeah, you can make potion effects, talk about mushrooms, talk about the new mobs. Added some more mobs to the nether dimension. World generation, they added some more biomes. I'd say this is a pretty stellar update. How do you guys think that 1.0 ranks? I would say that ranks as probably A, because you get a new dimension. We also get the whole potion system, which turns out to be pretty big. Obviously, was the actual Ender Dragon in this one? One point zero. It says A or high B. Remember videos from Dan? Let's look at Dragon. Generates after dragon is killed. Cannot be destroyed by the dragon. Okay, yeah, this is when dragons added. So this is like the main end game. Now when people do these rank systems, do they only put one at the very top, or can you put multiple ones at the top? Multiple at the top? Okay. We'll keep it here for now. We might put the very top. I mean, it's a pretty stellar update. You gotta... We started villagers, which became pretty big. Same mob AI as a pig. Yeah, they didn't have any features back then. That's pretty awesome. Definitely a good update. Like I said, it added end dimension, new dimension, a way to complete the game by actually being able to kill the Ender Dragon. Actually finishing the game. Potions, another big thing that it introduced. A bunch of new mobs to not only the end dimension, but like the nether dimension. Obviously the whole lore to get to the end dimension was added. Like they said, new mobs, villagers introduction, bunch of new biomes. I mean, I don't see how you can go wrong with that update. Let's go to the next one. 1.1. This was I think this is kind of a smaller one, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay, so version 1.1 released back in 2012, so it's almost been 10 years since this update. First update being using Snapchat. Yeah, I remember that. There were no minor versions in 1.1. Okay, so this is one they kind of just put off at the end. So they came out spawn eggs. Spawn eggs were fun, but it's more of a creative thing. They came out some more biomes. Came out super flat. Languages, changes, made some minor changes. Yeah, these are just some minor changes, nothing much. Okay, yeah, I'd say it's a pretty low tier. I'd say it's probably like an F update. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with it. It's just there's nothing that interesting with it. We could put it as a D. I mean, it did come out with some new biomes, so let's put a D. I feel like F maybe there will be some more F updates. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, we might come back and tweak this a little bit. What do you guys think about that update? What tier is 1.0? So 1.0 we got as an A tier. I might put it as a S tier just because it is so packed full of stuff. But as we kind of go through the other versions, we'll see how it compares. I think D is a pretty good spot for it. I say it's pretty good. Not a whole lot going on in that version. Let me. I need to turn my opting bot on. I think I do need to do that. Okay. So that was, like I said, nothing like inherently wrong with it. Let's go to version 1.21. Other one must have been something wrong with it. So they added Anvil file, they also had zombie sieges, jungle biome. I remember this one. This is a pretty big one. I remember goofing off of this one. Wooden bridges and mine shafts, desert wells, bottles enchanting, redstone lamps, fire charges. Okay. We got a couple new blocks, redstone lamps, which is cool. Jungle, like it's a new biome. Before it didn't seem like they made a big deal about the new biomes. Like they said they added new biomes, but I suppose they kind of used old blocks. I think that what was really special about the jungle is that used new blocks to do stuff. Jungle sapling. This is a texture of jungle saplings. What? Oh, no, that's sandstone. Okay. I came out sandstone, bottles enchanting. Only available in creative. Ocelots. I remember that. I remember ocelots and iron golems both didn't take fall damage. So that made them kind of unique. They also didn't, since they didn't take fall damage, they didn't like care if they just walked off the edge of stuff. I remember golems would just like walk off the edge of super high stuff. Do they still do that? I think they do. I think they still to walk off of stuff. I think 1.1 is still figuring out what the path was going to be. I guess, but you gotta remember, like, the game was going on for like 3 years by the time 1.1 came out, so it's not like it was actually the beginning of the game. Keep F tier for updates that you wish do not happen. Okay, it's like F tier is like inherently bad update. Hans says, I thought we were rating existing updates. Yeah, we're rating version 1.0 through version 1.1 or 1.17. When do you do auto azalea tree farm? Oh, we'll work on some stream. They no longer do useless, they pathfind a mob. Yeah, pathfinding was really different back then. I don't know, this update, I would say this update doesn't offer a lot, but it's not bad. I would put it maybe C tier. Let's see, is it this one? Yeah, they show Iron Golem. That's pretty much what they show on the picture. C tier. What do you guys think of that update? I feel like it's C. Jungle did come up with a bunch of, like, you know, kind of new stuff. Next version is 1.3. I think this was the villager related one, if I remember correctly. Maybe it's the next one. Let's see. Added in trading. And they added an adventure mode. That was more for map makers. New generation, new structures for jungle and pyramids. New blocks, new emeralds. Booking quill. Tripwire. Tripwire was a big deal. They didn't add in rubies, but they eventually went with emeralds. They added ender chest. That's a big one. Also enchantment. Okay, so this one had enchanting. I think they also switched enchanting like a version or two after this. So we'll see if that comes up. They split the creative inventory into separate sections. Kind of a minor thing. Okay, so let's look at the different things. Emerald ore. So this is when emerald ore was added. Drops an emerald. Block emerald. Ender chest was a really big deal. Tripwire hooks. A big redstone component. Slab, stairs, emerald, villagers. Did villagers? We'll see what villagers I'll have. So they got items, emeralds used for trading villagers. Also got a book quill, got a miner. Oh, this is when they changed the gold apples? There's 2 crafting recipes. Or no, this was just added the recipes, I think. Yeah, before you find a golden apple, you have to find it in this dungeon. So this, I think, when they added so you can actually craft them. You could craft them with nuggets. Wait, the new one replaces the nuggets with blocks. No, this is where they change it from nuggets to blocks? Let's look at the history. So they added it back here when they added dungeons. It was really useful. Oh, and this one they also added crafting recipes shortly after that. Gold apples can be crafted. Apple. Okay. You could craft them shortly afterwards. Oh, but you couldn't get normal apples, therefore you couldn't get golden apples. I see. Golden apples found rarely in dungeons. Okay, that's when they were dungeons added. And then glitter apples can now be found in strongholds. Golden apples are now easier to craft. Standard gold apple now rarely drops. Now a standard apple rarely drops from an oak tree leaves. Okay, so it wasn't until 1.1 they actually dropped apples, therefore you could make gold apples. This is kind of a big deal because they were such a such like an OP item. One point nine, they removed the gold apple crafting recipe. Yeah, but you gotta remember in the very beginning there was no recipe for the gold apples. I'm trying to figure out when the enchanted gold apples came through too, because that was a different time than normal gold apples. I think I skipped over that part though. Gold apples have been given glitter animation when viewed from player's inventory. These are just currently just normal gold apples. Now you can actually craft them. Okay, gold renewable via zombie piglins. You get gold apples. Okay, so they become renewable. Gold apples change so that they restore 4. You can reach in. Craft recipe of gold apples has been modified, requiring 8 gold nuggets instead of 8 blocks of gold. Okay, that was a big deal. So they made it a lot cheaper. They went, instead of needing blocks of gold, they just need nuggets. Though it's naturally spawned in, spawn is rare. It's easier to obtain through craft. Okay. Villager curing thing will now use 8 ingots instead of nuggets. Okay, so then this is try to change it. What was this saying? Where were we? We're somewhere in here. Or here. Has 2 craft recipes now. Oh, so then the new one replaces. Oh, this is when they split it. This is when they split the gold apples from the enchanted gold apples. Okay. That's why it's such a big jump. It went from blocks to nuggets. Because then they add the other ones. Okay. Second tier gives this. I should just continue reading. That's answer that. Second glows like enchanted apple additional. The gold apples before. Has attributes of gold apples had before. .1. Okay. There's some generation stuff. We got the new temples, desert villages, pyramids, jungle pyramids, adventure mode, trading, using emeralds. Currency villagers will, depending on profession, offer different things. This was a huge deal. Selling, buying, and enchanting. They actually consider enchanting as a third option. Now we kind of see it as selling and buying. As displayed in the topmost part of the GUI. After trading, okay, that all seems pretty regular. So I think this stuff down here is, these are just changes, tweaks that they made. I want to see if they talked more about villager trading. We're currently looking at 1.3 version. Wildly says, by the time I came around to being able to turn, it turned out so it would just adjust insurance. Oh, I thought we were talking about. I thought we were talking about versions. Hey, Maiha, how goes it? Yeah, they later did completely remove the Gold Apple version for Craft Enchanted Apple. We're in this version here. Added trading, leaving cause of villagers wander. Villagers assigned profession, lack of specific profession. There was a lot of weird stuff with villagers back then. And it seemed like they made some tweaks with them as they went throughout. But this is the beginning of the villagers. 1.3, big update just because of villagers. I mean, added like a whole extra dimension. I feel like it's, in some reason I feel like it's bigger than the end dimension. The villagers right here, I would say there's definitely a version. Because even to this day, like piglin bartering, villager trading, so huge. Let's go to the next version. 1.4. This was a big one. This came up with kind of like the second boss, being the Wither. Let's say witches, Wither skeletons have heads. Oh yeah, this was a whole Halloween update. The Wither boss, that was a lot of fun. This is like when people started having fun with Withers. I did a lot of testing with Withers, trying to figure easy ways to cheaty kill them. There was like a lot of weird stuff you could do back then, like put them in mine cards and have all sorts of kind of funs with them. Command blocks came out. The anvil was also introduced. Beacons. Came out some more food, item frames. This is a pretty solid update. Command blocks is big just because you can, you know, do so much more within the game without needing a mod. Is the bot offline? No, okay, the bot's still working, okay. That's big. Beacons are really big because it can like area effect. Anvils were big. You could combine stuff. What else? Got walls, flower pots, mob heads, buttons, some potatoes, carrots. Then we get to the Nether Star. Nether Star is really big because obviously that's used to make beacons. The whole Wither fight, the introduction of the Withers, added push invisibility. Here's the whole Wither. Talk about Wither skeletons, getting like the heads, like all that's really cool. Yeah, this is where like farms became a big thing. Oh, they also added witches here. Spawn exclusively in witch huts. Okay, so this is when witch huts were introduced. They were pretty glitchy. Yeah, it does make sense. 1.4. 1.4 was people were making wither skeleton farms, making witch farms. That was a really fun time. That's when I made some really weird types of witch and wither skeleton farms. I think I talked about them in some of my videos, but like obviously I wasn't doing YouTube back then, so there's no videos exclusively about them. Bats were added. That's a really solid update. The whole Wither thing, I would say that's definitely a. What do you guys think about 1.4? I feel like it's a the tier A version. Very nice one. It got like tons of new features between the withers, beacons, the commands. It's a little bit of everything. This is when we start seeing them trying to like add a little bit for all the different types of players. Vision says it's a great update. Yeah, I would say so. Our thing is 80% of the updates are A tier for me. Yeah, it very much could be that. Now we're looking at 1.5. This is the Redstone update. Right off the bat, I gotta say this is like top update, probably a S tier update. Just because it's so much big stuff coming in with the Redstone stuff. We're also talking about quartz blocks, scoreboards, texture packs, light engine. The blocks, they got different rails, very cool. Redstone block delay sensor, they got droppers, they got hoppers, inheritors. Obviously hoppers was the hugest. I mean, hoppers is so huge. It's a way to collect items without having to store them in unloaded chunks. They're really big. Inheritors are also pretty big. I think comparators were just not as used as much, even though they do have a lot of awesome uses. Weighted pressure plate. That's something that's not used that often. Trap chest, niche. Nether quartz is another big one. This is a way to easily get tons of XPs early game. Quartz itself is very pretty. They added the snow layer heights. 1 to 5 is probably favorite, says Vision. I could agree. It is definitely probably my favorite. Tons of blocks. Yeah, the thing is they add blocks that give you ability to do more possibilities. So it's not just like flat blocks. They're very in-depth blocks that give us a lot of options. Yeah, hoppers was a big thing for iron farms. Villagers also came with iron farms. So that's another pro for that version. 9% of comparators are used just for item sorters and peaking signals retainers. Probably. That's the thing, it's like whatever people get used to. So yeah, definitely S tier. Is this, oh, look at glitched. We can wait, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be S tier. We can go back and see if it fixes itself. So after 1.5, we started getting into some of the more kind of noticeable updates, or updates that people kind of recognize for their individual changes. I think they started kind of grouping stuff together to make it all kind of make more sense for a version. Well, this was the horse update. This is when they had like horse in mods, but they didn't have horse in the actual game. I remember playing, what was it called? More creature mod. It added just tons of more creatures to the game. They had horses, Pegasus and stuff. What else did it offer? Leads, coal blocks, carpets, new commands, resource packs, launcher. Okay. I got hay bales, carpets, hardened clay, stained clay. Also, this is stained clay was added? 1.6, huh? I don't really remember that. I remember coal, blocks of coal. They were pretty unique. There's horse armor, horse tags, leads, name tags. The horses themselves, which had a lot of unique properties. Nope, did it finally crash? Ah. Sure. Seems like it's working now. And oh yeah, so now we can move this one up to here. The horse update, horses were a pretty big deal because we didn't have elytras back then. Oh yeah, it even says that the this guy Zarks worked on the More Creatures mod. He helped them with the horses. They later did change horses again. More Creatures memories, yeah. Donkeys, meals was a big deal just because, like I said, we didn't have like shulker boxes. So moving stuff using mules, that was a big thing. Delta variations, but they weren't in the game. The boost, health boost they got from stuff. Okay, a lot of commands and stuff. Very kind of well balanced. This way, started kind of pushing for specific stuff. I don't know. Where do you guys think this is 1.5? Where do you think 1.5 goes? I would say it's maybe a B version. Like, it didn't come out with anything really major. B or C. Horses did help with, movement, make it faster. Did help with storage. So I feel like it's a B. Some other minor changes. Yeah, it's mostly focused around horses. Not much else was in the update. So let's look at 1.7. B when it came out, C after elytras. Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm kind of like basing it off of like when it came out. It's really hard to compare it to like today's versions. They're just kind of handled differently and different. Goal is different. 1.7, this is another popular one by a lot of people. See, what day was this added? 2013. One of these times mobile came in, and this when people started kind of playing, so people might start like recognizing these versions more. I played through them all, so I don't really have like a particular version that I think more of. But yeah, it came with, this is probably the biggest like generation change. I mean, I guess you could say that what, 1.18, pretty big generation change. Let's see what all it contains. We also got stained glass, wood variations, Okay, so they added new biomes. So it came with acacia wood, dark oak wood. They come with their other variations. So they got new saplings and new leaves with them. Packed ice. Packed ice. So that came with the new biomes. Ozzel, another new biome thing. Coarse dirt. Red sandflowers. This is a pretty stellar update. Got 2 tall flowers. Just a lot of stuff in general. Was this when fishing was added too? Or this one fishing was given more loot? They're talking about pufferfish. Oceans. What else? Got generation, biomes. Here's all biomes: Mesa Savannah, sunflower, roofed, birch, flower, mega, mega, Dream Hills. And then there's different variations, which make a lot more. Amplified also came at this time. Commands. Curious about the fishing thing. Well, when was the fish drops updated? PvP was best in 1.7. That's true. That's probably why a lot of people recognize it. That too. Let's look at this the fish thing. Where was that? Oh, it's here. Okay. Fish. Fishing. Oh, when did they add improved chance of catching fish? When they add the more fish to it. Fishing rewards. Fishing rewards mechanics have been massively changed with new rewards including enchanted books, sandals. That's all 1.7. Oh yeah, this is when they added the whole fish changes. Okay. So yeah, AFK fishing was a really big thing. That is a pretty stellar update, you know, between AFK fishing and all the different biomes. Of course, the new biomes came with the new blocks. I would say that has to be up there. Ooh, so was it A tier or S tier? Probably at least A tier because of just a massive amount of biome changes. AFK fish farms. I don't know if I introduced any other kind of farms. Definitely A tier. Let's leave it there for now. Vision says I'm waiting for combat test snapshot. That's true. They should come out with another one. SK says S tier. Yeah, it could easily be S tier as well. Let's check out 1.8. 1.8 was kind of a slow update. I think it was when Guardians came out. More for map makers. The newly spectator mode. Okay, that's when spectator mode came out. Commands. Yeah, not a whole lot of stuff. Then they had the 1.8 stone. That's still what I call them to this day. I call them 1.8 stone. I don't know what else you call them. Obviously Guardians was kind of the biggest thing. Doors. All the Guardian stuff. Slime blocks. Yep, slime blocks. Okay, that's definitely probably one of the biggest things. That's what introduced flying machines. Yeah, flying machines was a lot of fun. Played around with those. Banners. And more of lore. Barriers. Fences and gates. Items. Endermites were added, so this is when Endermite farms. Were Endermen mad at them at this time? I don't think they were mad at them at this time. Might have been later on when they changed it, so they're mad at them. Guardians, other guardians. Armor stands. Armor stands get crafted. I think before they were in the game, but you couldn't use them in survival because of no crafting. I guess update wasn't as bad as I thought. It's kind of one of those things where like you compare versions. Like, you know, playing 1.17, you get like so hyped about 1.17, then 1.80 comes out and it doesn't have as much stuff as 1.7. Then like kind of comparing them, it doesn't seem like it's as good. I'd really say it's one of the lower versions just because. Would it be, yeah, would it be D? I don't know. D or C? Just not a lot in it. I'll leave it at D. Well, I guess because it has slime in it, I guess it could be C. Kind of have to take that into account. You know, it's kind of like a byproduct. Wasn't the main focus. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think I should go higher? 1.8 broke some of my world. Slime blocks, sea lanterns, but C is fair. Guardians came out since there's ocean monuments. Hey, artifact. Just the slime blocks could bring it up a little bit higher, but there's like not that much variety in it. Okay, so now we're getting towards, I would kind of consider these like the more modern versions. Was 1.9 like when did Microsoft purchase it? I would say like since Microsoft purchased it, it would be kind of more of the modern times. One to nine is when the community split. That's true. Microsoft purchased Minecraft. When was that at? What date was that? The September 17. Okay, this is before the purchase. Okay. Okay. September. About a year before the purchase, so it's getting close. But I'd say like 1.9 and kind of going forward, I feel like this is when they kind of changed their idea of how they do updates, and they made them very theme focused. Yeah, 1.9 is a big update. Doesn't matter how you look at it. But let's look at what it all added. Tack system. The tack system, of course, revamped. Dual wielding, retro arrows, shields, and revamped. Resummon the dragon and islands. Whereas the N islands have a lot of stuff in them. Okay. Lytra being the biggest. The flowers, the plants, the head, the gateway portal, a lot of end stuff, and rods. Bricks. This is when they added the Frostwalker. Don't forget about that. Grass paths. Purple stuff. Structure block, pretty useful. Ripped came out in this version. That's kind of funny. It's kind of like a weird thing, they just like threw Rits in there. Remember, you have to find them within end cities. Chorused stuff. Dragon's Breath, meaning new way to make different types of potions. Lytra is by far a huge change. I mean, like, it's such a big deal that they definitely put it up there, probably A tier. And crystal crafting, lingering potions, more potions. Shields, a pretty big deal for people early game. Stalkers. End dimension reworked and cities, new whole structure, gateways. And this change allowed for a lot of things, like all the different weird tricks and stuff that I showed to do with the end dimension, all kind of came because of this update. Igloos, okay. Super flat was changed. Here's the whole combat change thing. Hello, Retro Destroyer. You bow boost back then? Yeah. One of these you could bow boost. We talk about with your Lytra wings. Yeah, there was no rockets, it was just bow boosting, that's true. Oh, no shulker boxes, yeah, just shulkers, yeah. I think it's 1.11 the boxes came in. Pretty big deal. I personally liked the combat change just because I don't think spamming clicking is the way to go for any kind of game. Like, you never should have to spam click in order to be good at a game. Did some enchanting changes. Yeah, they added treasure, okay. Dual wielding was pretty cool. Allowed us to do a lot more stuff with AFK systems. When was mending? Mending is around here, right? When is mending? Mending. Mending. .9. Okay, yes, mending was that. Mending was huge. I mean, yeah, mending was for the whole Lytra thing because you want people to lose their Lytras. Well, I mean, it'd be like a one-time use kind of thing. I guess. Was there a way to repair them back then? I think like you need a Lytra. Eventually, you could use the Phantom stuff. But were Phantoms in this version? What version was Phantom added? Whoa. Tiger Ton coming in with the sub. Coming in with Prime. Thanks so much for using your Prime Twitch sub here. Really appreciate it. You get access to a bunch of goodies. Do exclamation mark sub to check all those out. There's a whole bunch of them, including sub server, special rewards, special emotes, special badges, special chat. Check it all out on that link there in the chat. Thank you, Tiger, for using your Prime with me. I appreciate that. You guys don't know if you have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, or if you know someone that does have it, make sure they use it up each and every month so that they get to get all the rewards of being subbed to somebody, and it's like giving away free money. So pretty awesome. You try your new batches. Phantoms 1.13. Okay. So for a while, was there no way to like repair elytras? First Minecon vote. Okay. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. This is our current standing, how we got the whole thing sorted. Leather. Was it leather for the whole time? We can take a look at it. I'll be right back, guys. I am back. The last we're looking at was 1.9. Can't see S tier. Oh yeah. Um. Maybe I can do that. There, now you guys can see it. We're looking at 1.9. Also included mending, Lytra, a lot of different stuff. Some minor stuff. F3 plus N was added. That's a pretty big one. Yeah, Lytra, the mending, I think are kind of the two really big things. The combat change is another big thing. Let's take a look at the Lytra. Okay, so when they added them, could be repaired using leather. Phantom, so it wasn't until, so I guess for a couple versions you can use leather. Okay, I kind of remember that. I don't remember being in the game for that long. It seems like quite a while. Yeah, combat, Lytra, mending, those are all things that I would say make it pretty high tier. So how high should it go? I think at least it would be A because of Lytra. I'd say it's worthy of an A. And people could put it lower just because they could say like the combat update made combat a way that they don't like. But for me, Walker says I'm about to make your printer maker. Nice. Agent says thanks for moving the follower panel. Yeah, I mean I guess I could move it to the other side. I would like to get a really slim one at the very top of the screen, like most streamers. But one of those things I haven't figured out how to do yet. What do you guys think about 1.9? Prefer the combat. I like the combat update. PvE more friendlier. I guess because of the shield. The shield also made nicer. So, like I said, these are kind of the later versions. Getting to the tail end of them. Next is 1.10. These get to updates that are kind of lackluster, I would call them. So this came up with more abilities for structure block, mega blocks, warp blocks, bricks, fossils, Stray's husk. Yeah, not a lot going on here. I would say if there's any update that's the F, it's probably this update. It's kind of like, what do they call those? Like filler episodes? It's like not a true update. Kind of just filling in time between versions. 1.10 through 1.12 Minecraft lowest points. 1.10 is F in my opinion, says Vogue. Shulker boxes are 1.11, I think. That's when rockets also came. But we're currently looking at 1.10. Yeah, I think 1.10 would be, might be the only F update. We'll see. Not that there's, I mean, if there's something I would consider wrong with 1.10, I'd say probably like the polar bears lacking more features. They're kind of not very developed. The whole husk skeleton thing was not really developed either. You know, I mean, like husks don't drop anything unique. Strays are just slowness arrows. Yeah, it felt like it was like maybe rushed or just not developed. Was Notch still working on it at that time? He might have been out of the game by this time. I mean, he wasn't like not even kind of the figurehead for the later years of Mojang. But then they sold, what did we say? They sold in September of 17. Oh, so this was still, yeah, this was still 1.16, okay. This was still during Notch's time. But yeah, you can see, I think it's Jeb right there. This is Surge. I guess 13 days after 1.8, Notch sold Minecraft. Oh. What was the actual date? Why does this thing say September of 17? I just typed it in. Oh. Well, this article says 2014. Wait. Yeah. I don't know why there's so many articles spanning over so many years. Different dates. Okay, 2014 looks like. September of 2014. Oh, maybe it was like an anniversary article or something. So yeah, I guess, what version would that be? Let's figure out what version the Switch was. You said 1.8. Sold after 1.9 for sure. Think so? The 1.8 was September. No, it would have been right here, about 1.8. 1.9 would have been, it should be somewhere around 1.9. That seemed right. 13 days after 1.8.1. December 15. Okay, thank you. So it was just a later version 1.8. It was after 1.18, before 1.9. Okay. Okay, so that I can see that could definitely make people like upset because like you get right, not only do the switch hands, it also you get this combat update which really upsets people. I can definitely see why people are upset. Hello, Crot. How's the list coming along? Says Retro. This is what it currently looks like. And we're currently looking at version... What were we looking at? 1.10, I guess? Yeah, we're looking at 1.10. I think we're finished with 1.10. We gave it F, just because it was lackluster, among other things. Let's go to 1.11. 1.11 was kind of also a lackluster one. Called Exploration Update. Vindicators, Evokers. Observers came out. That was, yeah, probably the biggest thing. That was a lot of fun. Shulker boxes, of course, that's kind of a byproduct, but it is part of the update, so we'll take in consideration. That's definitely a big one. Items, the actual shells, Totem of Undying. New maps and mobs. All the new raid mobs. When I first added raids, they just randomly would pop up. There was no pillager outpost. You just have to find a random one to get it started. But this is when I made the very first raid farm in Minecraft. Got the mansion. First enchantments also came. 11 totems, shulker boxes, light trip boost. Yeah, the rockets was 3 game-changing features. 1.11 seemed like a DLC of 1.9. I can see why people would say that. Hello, Yerbai. Only spawned in mansions. Only spawned in mansions. Was it no raid mechanics here? This is they're only the very beginning there was only in the mansion. That's true, because if he killed the evokers he wouldn't get any more. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so you had to be careful to make sure that you didn't like remove evokers if you wanted to keep one around. There was no raids. Okay, so it must have been just the 1.14 snapshots when they were changing the different raid stuff. Okay, so this is just mansion, shulker boxes, pretty good. Observers, pretty good. Then it did come out with the rockets later on, which made Elytras a lot more useful. So I would say, yeah, it would either be a C or a B. Kind of lackluster. Something like observers, shulker boxes. You know, I think it could be a B just because of those 3 things. Like, there's still things that we use today too. Mansions are cool, but they don't add that much depth to the game. Like, you know, you don't need to go to a mansion. I guess back then you would need to go to a mansion to get a totem. I guess totem, yeah. Not many people use them. Like I said, there's a very niche thing. What was your first version? Answer that in my video on my YouTube channel called 1,000 screenshots over 10 years, or 10 years of 1,000 screenshots, or my 10 years of Minecraft and 1,000 screenshots, something like that. But yeah, I cover in that video. I cover starting beginning of Minecraft. Time totems were rare. Now you can get raid farm, get tons of them. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say it's a solid B. And the rockets did come out a little bit later. They weren't the very first I think it was this version, 1.11.1. Yeah. Sweeping Edge also came out later version. So taking that into consideration, I think it makes it a little bit better. Let's go to 1.12. This was a world of color where they added many more color types for different types of blocks. They added more bed colors, concrete colors, powders, glazed terracottas. They added the book of knowledge, it helps with crafting. Oh no, that's just a book, okay. And this is when Illusioner was never added into the game. So just oh, okay. Okay. Well, I guess that's when they first added Illusioner. I thought they added before then, but I guess not. Arrows were also added. Game rules, commands. Not a whole lot. On that 12, they kind of were organizing stuff, getting stuff positioned, doing a lot of kind of map maker stuff. And it's probably a good update for like builders because they added so much colors, more block unique. But you know, it didn't add that much depth. Like I don't know. I guess you could say color is different colors gives it depth. But yeah, it just wasn't that good for like long term, especially variety. It wasn't like, I guess for me map makers there's some variety. What do you guys think about 1.12, the World of Color or whatever it's called? Color update. 1.12 was when advancement replaced achievements. Okay. We're ranking all the major versions. I think it's a B. Added functions too. Sapphire says, I followed your Shulker Shell tutorial and it worked out great. Thanks for the video. Thanks so much for joining the stream. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying the farms. Yeah, if you guys like to see how to farm up every item in the game of Minecraft, you guys can check that out. Doing !farm. Color color or something like that, yeah. That's the most important update. I think it was cool for kind of big builds. I mean, even smaller builds. To give people like this is when some of the cool concrete colors came out? Like some of the concrete colors people still use to this day. Like the gray colors or something like that. But just for me personally, I don't use tons of colors, so it doesn't make much difference. I did create some farms. Like concrete converters and concrete dupers. I think we'll leave it there for C. Most of it is just kind of back-end stuff, map maker stuff. A lot of bug fixes. Okay, let's check out the next one. 1.12, we're getting towards the end. Very nice for building. Every time I speak, there's weird noise behind me. Yeah, it's probably my air conditioner. The next one is Java 1.13. This is going to be... some people are going to love this one, some people are going to hate this one. What do you guys think? So this was a big themed update, the whole water update. Did stick to the theme pretty well. It did come up with a lot of different stuff. Let's just go ahead and hop right into it and see different block variation or air variations. Blue eyes. It's craftable. Bubble columns, pretty big deal with the bubble columns. Pumpkins, buttons, Conduits, don't really use them. Coral fan types, blocks. Dead coral, dry kelp. Brisbane, different steer types. Seagrass, sea pickle. Locker boxes, you can dye them. Or no, you can undye them. Oh no, just add the purple one, okay. Stripped logs, turtle eggs. A lot of different things. Some of the stuff does have pretty good components. Waterlogging. That's true. Waterlogging is this version. We haven't got there yet. Vogue just says it's 1.13 is a great update. Love the stripped logs and the wood trapdoors. Also new coral TNT duping. Cool update. I think it's A. Really cool for commands. F for the phantoms. 113 should be A. Remove block ideas. Oh yeah, they also did remove block ideas. Yeah, it did cause some lag issues. What else we got? We got different types of arrows. Turtle Master. Debug stick. Buckets. Does offer a lot. Mushroom blocks, the shells. Phantoms. It comes with the phantom membranes. Potion of falling. Pearl Master, I think, is a pretty cool potion effect. Scutes. Or spawn eggs. Oh yeah, Tridents came out with it. Turtle shells. Yeah, just because it's so much. Here's the new mobs, dolphins, drowns, fish types, turtles, phantoms, biomes. New ocean types, okay. Buffet options was cool. Yeah, just because they offer so much. You got new enchantments for the Trident, map maker stuff. X commands. I didn't see the waterlogging stuff yet. Maybe I missed it. Oh, there is waterlogging. Waterlogging, I gotta say, that's pretty big. I mean, anywhere in Minecraft updates where we have like ability to put like two blocks together, I mean, that's essentially what it is. It's like putting water block and with another block, put them together. And I don't know, I just can't think of, I can't really think of any case. There's no really other blocks like that in the game. I mean, they didn't even add in like waterlogging, like, or not waterlogging, but lava logging. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I want lava logging. And I thought that was going to come, but it never did. Well, it's called a technical update because they did a lot of technical stuff. I guess, yeah, even with its downsides, there's just so much stuff. I would say it's an A. Just because it offers so much stuff and stuff that we even use to this day. Like waterlogging is a really big deal. Even though people do kind of see it as being like a rushed version, but they just try to add so much stuff in a short period of time. Oh yeah, new swimming too. Oh, was all the tropical fish types? That's true, that was in that version. Flooding machines with waterlog blocks. Yeah, when I showed like the moving water, people are like, oh, you can flood people's places with that. I was like, oh my goodness, of course people think that. That was pretty funny. Yeah, despite its downfalls, now looking back on it, I do see there is a lot of advantages to it. A good update, just because it consists of so much stuff. It's hard to say no to new content. .14. Ooh. I personally like this one just because they revamped villagers. Like villagers is like a big part of Minecraft. They revamped them, changed it. They did try to make villagers better, less like RNG based. But you know, RNG thing was kind of fun, but I know it was kind of pain for people. So I think that was a good thing that they tried to do. Oh, the village and pillage update. Let's see what all added. Of course, pillagers too. This is when I made very first Minecraft raid farm. Got bamboo, the bamboo biomes, barrels, bells, blast furnace, campfires. Campfires are cool. People use them for early game cooking. See it once in a while. Blast furnace. I guess some of that stuff is useful to have, like blast furnace. Talk about campfires, photographers, compost. Composter, that's really big just because so much it goes with it. Very, very well developed. Fletching tables. Fletching tables never got their right-click use, right? Right, the two ones were the smithing table and the Fletcher table. So maybe we're going to see that in the future. They might have postponed that or update that's more, oh, what's the word? That the theme fits it better for fletching. F for how many times did I redo your iron farm? Oh my goodness. It seemed like every week I was making a new type of iron farm because I kept changing it. You save him a few times from a villager. Oh yeah, then like what do they call that? Like the helping the villagers make some cheaper trades. I thought that was cool. They're good for 2 peaceful mode players. Yeah, if you don't want to run into monsters and stuff, you can do a lot with villagers. 1 to 14 is an update that started a world that is now 3,000 days. Nice. Fletching with the new combat update is my prediction. That definitely sounds like you're onto something because it is combat related. I did mention something similar during the times when they were looking for fletching purposes. Vision says need bowls and made a bowl farm. Yeah, I have a few bowl farms. Like I said, do exclamation mark farm, wandering trader farm. So yeah, let's keep looking. So we got new flowers, grindstone, jigsaw block, lanterns, lecterns. See, their spelling is actually pretty close. Lanterns and lecterns. Looms. The thing is, like, a lot of these stuff have uses. Like, we talk about the fletching table, it doesn't have a use, but the majority of these workstations do have uses. So, I feel like they added a lot of depth just with this one update. Like, looms have uses. Note blocks, they did some more changes in those. Scaffolding. Scaffolding could have been a lot better. Wish they made it better. Apparently it must have been too OP because they really kind of dumbed down how good it could be. Wither roses, were they in this version? We just look at flowers. Oh yeah, there they are, wither roses. Okay, yeah, wither roses, pretty big deal. Yeah, because like kind of another way to damage stuff, which is always appreciated. Yeah, signs, slams, smithing table, smokers, stairs, stone cutters, berries, walls. New items, crossbows, of course, that was added. And their enchantments, the dyes. So they revamped the dyes. Leather horse armor. Spawnings. Oh, I thought the new crafting tables were going to be split up to 10 different blocks. I was afraid of that too. But luckily it didn't turn out to be that way. I think it's cool that they don't completely ruin the crafting table. Suspicious Stew was in this update. That was pretty cool. Not very useful, but pretty cool. My prediction is that 1 to 19 says Walker is going to be end update. Oh, I don't think it's going to be the end update. I think it's going to probably be like a all around update, kind of like a cleanup update, where they try to like kind of finish off stuff. It's possible that archaeology will be in that version, because it sounds like archaeology won't be 1 to 18 unless they change their mind. Okay, we got the berries, the cats, the foxes. Foxes are cool. Mushrooms, the round ones. Pandas. Villagers, of course. They got the different types. The Ravager, the jockeys. Trader Lombard, Wandering Trader. Yeah, a lot of awesome stuff. Of course, raid farms. World Generation, got some new biomes. Pillager Outpost. A lot of stuff. I can't really say there's anything really downside to it. Definitely a A. Is there a S tier? Because the villager revamping thing is pretty big. The raid thing's pretty big. And then just so much other stuff added too, like all the workstations having uses. Kind of forgot what we were saying. A lot of new farms, uses. It did add more automation. The raid thing was definitely probably the biggest farm. A lot of new mobs. Quite a few new blocks too, just because of all the workstations. Oh yeah, I guess I could say it's being as a S tier. Kind of strange, because like kind of have some bad feelings of 1.14 too. The whole villager change, you get used to the old stuff. Wonderful is wonderful because you can reset trades from librarians. True, yeah, you don't have to keep trading. It made villager trading more consistent. New villager are going to be like 5 updates, a bit off more than they could chew. They haven't got to 1.17 yet. You guys are all saying S. New textures. Referred to as great for creators because it could be 10 videos for iron farms. Dude, I was making the iron farms. It was not fun, believe me. You had to figure out what they changed. Then you have to figure out how you can change your farm, make your new iron farm work. It wasn't that fun. It's just a little bit too much updates. So we got 3 updates left. 1.14. Now we got 1.15. Definitely a slower update. Definitely kind of felt like a filler update that kind of just squished in there. Beehives, bee nest, honey blocks, which obviously did impact slimestone a bit. It does have some cool features. I did like how they added features. Wish they added some more features, like it being sticky on the sides and stuff like that. Honeycomb, honey bottles, honeycomb, spawning bees. I do hear their pollinating thing. Commands. Yeah, has some nice features, but nothing that outrageous. Some other small changes. Yeah, mostly, what do they call it? Just called the bee update? Oh no, the buzzy bees. Ooh. I guess the main things I see is honey blocks, which are useful for a few things, but not that useful because mobs have to be up against them. What else? Holy muggers, Cricket MC just coming in with tier 1 sub. I've been sub for 5 months. Really appreciate that. We'll get a shout out for Cricket MC. He does stream here on Twitch doing Minecraft on SMP servers, including subscriber, doing some mega builds as well as group builds over there. How's your progress going along? Really appreciate you coming in with the resub. You're 5 months, almost to half a year, which is incredible. Chirp, chirp, she says. There's a shout out to Cricket. You guys can click that link, drop her a follow, it doesn't cost you anything. You guys can check her out when she is live here on Twitch. How's your builds coming along? You still doing a dig? Do you ever like switch it up, or do you kind of like stick with something until you're finished? Currently organizing all of the Minecraft version by their tiers. The update, I almost want to put it as a D, just because it, you know, for being an update, it was kind of felt like more of a filler update. The bee pollinating thing was like okay, but like it's not really used that much. I made some farms using it. The honey blocks, like you use a little bit in slimestone. Like definitely great to have some honey blocks, but it's not like a revolutionary. Cricket says, I did his logo. It's in Twitter. Thank you so much. Proud to be supporting your work. Thank you. Appreciate that. It was crazy digging, then hunted squid for 2 hours for black dye. Wow. Must be quite a bit of it. Yeah, slimestone is just a reference to anything that's flying machine related. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think people would probably put bees a little bit higher. But, you know, if you compare it, we just like compare with these updates, there's just so much more in these updates, and this update's kind of lackluster, so much of this one. Optimized quite a lot in 1.15. Yeah, I guess it probably says it somewhere here. Yeah, they did focus on bug fixing, improving performance. That's true. They did do like the Nether portal change was in this version. If you're comparing it with other versions, it just kind of hits a little bit low. Big chunk loading, improved. We're going to optimize it. There's another portal change. These redstone honey blocks. What? Redstone honey blocks? Wait, what's the redstone part? I mean, you can use redstone. I wouldn't consider like the bees a redstone version. Is update aquatic top tier? Where do we put? I think we did put it pretty high. We put it in A. 1 of 13, the aquatic update, we put it in A. I think the only reason I didn't put it on S tier because they had a lot of problems throughout the version. And it was kind of laggy. Any blocks for redstone? I guess you could. The update was too small. Yeah, like this is mostly focused on bug fixes. Hey, Shock. Also got Andre in the chat. We only got 2 updates left. 2 updates. We got 1.16, 1.17. We should know these pretty well. The more recent ones. The 1.16. Pretty packed full of stuff. Whole nether updates. Nether got overhauled. Piglin, Hoglin, Zoglin, Strider. Guess we could just hop into it. Ancient Debris. Made a whole new armor set. Pretty big. Basalt. Blackstone offered a lot because it came with so many block types. Netherite, chain, pretty cool. Bricks. The fungus trees, really big update. Infinite wood source. Made an infinitely automatic wood farm. Buzzy Bees update was just weird. Jazz update. Everyone getting dung. Ogling for food source, true. You guys think it's A tier? A or S? What else they come out with? A bunch of the netherite trees. I am obsidian. Good with blackstone. Log types. Lodestone. Nether gold. Nether gold? People don't use nether gold so much anymore, do they? I suppose if they needed to, they would. Different floral for the nether, for bricks, respawn anchor, shroom light, the soul stuff, campfire light, fire, lantern, torches, soul, soil, target. This is when target block was added. A big redstone update, I'd say, just on that itself. Twisted vines, warp blocks, other vines. There's some items. The new armor, new tools. The tools definitely a big thing. Hoglins, piglins, bring the whole bartering system. Well, I guess. Yeah, they talk about that here somewhere probably. Striders, Zoglins. Of course, come with the new biomes. Structures, commands. Let's see what else they talk about. Bartering, there's bartering. Bartering is pretty much up there with villager trading. So I'd say that would probably make it S tier. Top of like the biome changes and everything else they added with it. Redstone changes. Definitely would put it at, definitely say that's an S tier just because of the bartering thing really pulls it apart. What do you guys think? Scared to go nether. Soul, Sand Valley for Fortress Farms, yeah. New light sources, animal breeding update. Did they change animal breeding? We know you can breed hoglins. Others much easier to not aliven. The B or maybe lower A. Bartering and all the blocks definitely S tier. Has a lot of things. S tier update. This is cricket bartering. I build a factory. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. That means we got one left. That is 1.17, which is the most recent update. Well, this is Caves and Cliffs update. We kind of lost out in the caves and the cliffs, but we kind of got most of the features. So let's take a look. Got buds, clusters, azalea. They got the leaves, the amethyst blocks, the copper, the use for axe and lightning, the raw metals, budding amethyst, calcite candles, cave vines, deep slate, got copper ore, copper variations, the deep slate variations, a lot of deep slate. Kind of reminds me of the blackstone. It adds a lot of options for builders, especially because a lot of it comes with stair. The deep slate ores, which I thought was really cool. Drip leaf, drip stone block, glow item frame, lichen hang root infested, light block, lighting rod, moss block, carpet, pointed dripstone, powder snow, root bulk sensor, but that's not survival. With the salt spore, we don't got that. Tinted glass, tough. Okay, we got some items like axolotls. Bundles aren't in the actual game. Copper. A lot of different items that we talked about before. Mobs, axolotls, goat, glow squid. We got some world gen changes. Biomes. These aren't actually in there. Technically, the drip is not there either. Dripstone caves. Welcome back, Maiha. Okay, so it's not one. There's not one thing that kind of sets it apart, but it is a large amount of automation. Like, because they actually separated the two updates from 1.17 and 1.18, kind of forced all the items to have to be able to be farmed up renewable in 1.17 without being able to find them really in the game. Because of that, just because there's so many items, so many automation, I think I'm going to put it probably higher than most people would put it. I think it might be a update. I mean, I guess we're comparing it against these updates. Maybe a B. B was just horses, though. I feel like it did better than horses and mansions. Renewable lava makes it S. Why so high? The reason why I put it so high is because there's a really big, broad variety of blocks, and they all have unique properties. So there's a lot of depth to the items and the blocks. They're not shallow. They're not just colorful blocks. They're actually useful. and the whole automation thing. Like pretty much everything could be automated. Oh, the background noise is my AC unit. Is it pretty bad? I should probably listen to my stream. I don't have noise suppression. I don't know how I could do that. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I got a noise gate, which that's the reason why you don't hear it when I don't talk. But when I talk, I open up the mic so it picks up everything. Noise, I think it's a noise gate you're talking about. Oh, noise suppression. Yeah, I could look into that, but then some cuts out some of my quieter words. Sometimes I kind of don't talk too loud. But yeah, thanks for reminding me. But yeah, this is how we currently have all of the versions. 1.10 I thought was F. 1.1, the B update, I think it's 1.15. D's, C is, see, that's iron golems, and what else was in this version? Can't remember. Guardians, other update, horses. This comes with like a shulker boxes and Lytra rockets. 1.3 is villagers, and we got withers and everything else. That 7 biome update. 1.9 Lytras. 13 a lot of different stuff. 17 also a lot of different stuff. S tier we got 1.0, which came with the end dimension, Ender Dragon. 1.5 is a huge redstone update. 14 a really big villager update. 1.16 a really big update with bartering. 1.2 wasn't that bad. Well, I didn't really have anything that interesting, so just turn on incoming noise suppression and it sounds so peaceful. Oh. You can turn on incoming noise. How do you do that? Do you remember what they added in 1.10 without looking? Oh, 1.10 is the one we just talked about today. Husk and Strays. But yeah, 1.10 isn't that good. Something got that. Horses should be C. Well, horses at the time were really big, so I'm kind of thinking the update at the time, not necessarily now. Now horses aren't that interesting. At the time, horses were really big, and then like the whole wet stuff, you know, the chest of the donkeys or mules. Yeah, like horse travel is a big thing. So that is the final result. We've been streaming for about hour 15 minutes. That was a good stream. That was fun. Kind of fun to talk about it, see what you guys thought about it. People have different opinions about different stuff. Everybody kind of remembers the updates differently, or they just completely, you know, played it differently or something like that. Usually how it goes. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. This was a request by somebody on Twitter. I should look up to see who it was. This was by Gabby Bow. Gabby Bow was the person who messaged me, said that he would like me to do this. He's gonna make a video about it, apparently. That's awesome. And he said he'd probably take clips from my stream or something to use. That was a lot of fun. If you guys are not already, make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube. Link is there in the chat. Make sure you have the bell notification turned on so you don't miss out on future videos and streams. Also my Twitter as well as my Discord. A lot of great stuff on my Discord. Special perks on there. And you guys hop into the voice call and chat with me, as I'm often in there. But I have been talking for a long time. Let's find somebody to raid. Who can we raid? We got a lot of people streaming today. Ooh. Lots of people. Let's see. Bruno is, we haven't raided him in a while. He's currently playing on Truly Bedrock. How about we raid Bruno? Looks like he's building some kind of farm. Might be an iron farm. I really don't know how Bedrock version iron farms go. Let's give him a massive raid. Make sure you guys stick around for the raid. We're going to be raiding just in a few seconds. As always, join us. Bruno is a really entertaining person to watch. Puts a lot of excitement and fun into all his streams. Recommend following him. He's enjoyable to watch, and he's always doing something unique. Right now, he is doing his playing on Truly Bedrock. He also has other things going on where he does like hardcore. So, very cool streamer. As always, when we raid, make sure to drop that raid message. Copy the message you see in the chat. Control copy and then paste it into his chat to give him some hype. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. It was a lot of fun. Let's see if we get all 80 or all 92 of you guys joined in the raid. As many people as possible to raid him. Give him a big old raid. I want to thank everybody coming in with the bits, the follows. We got a lot of follows today. And the subs, resubs. Appreciate that. We're going to be raiding Bruno. As always, I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll see you guys this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Enjoy Bruno. Drop him a follow. Show him some love. As always, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Redstone Build on Survival is your first